Yeah, live from Matt Moscardi's fifth bathroom, featuring a jewel-encrusted toilet brush. It's a tawdry Tuesday edition of Business Pants. Joined as never by lurking Emma. She's not here. She's not here, Matt.
Somewhere.
And a
else.
meandering Moscardi. You really are a meanderer.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How did you know that I had 5 bathrooms? All right, let's go.
I'm a dollop of cream. In today's half-chewed bag full of donut holes called April 5th, 2022, more musky Twitter sadness, a greenwashing game, and some extremely nerdy Facebook oversight board data. Let's get going. Come on.
Let's do it! Woo! Okay.
Matt has a deadline. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I want to update everyone on the Twitter stuff because in our world, it's extremely important and nuanced, I suppose. Here we go. It's important in our world, maybe not nuanced. So as of today, and there's already an SEC filing, Twitter will appoint Elon Musk as a director to the board with a term expiring in 2024 because they don't actually have annual elections at Twitter. God forbid.
Yes. Actually, little known fact that it's a class structure.
There you go. Here's a tidbit, though, proving me wrong in an earlier text I had with Matt that nobody else sees but us. He is being limited. His stock ownership, I've never seen this before, actually. His stock ownership is being capped at 14.9% if he's on the board. So if he's on the board, it can't go over that. I've never seen that. Have you seen that?
I've never seen that, but that's a nice, fun little nugget. So he's got to leave the company.
I don't know. Parag, Jack Dorsey, they're already kissing his butt. I didn't actually know if they'd kiss his butt immediately or I don't know, but they're full on in Musk butt kissing mode, saying basically that he's going to bring a lot of genius ideas. But anyway, I'll move on from that. I'm not gonna pontificate.
The quote though from Parag: through conversations with Elon in recent weeks.
Okay,
this is not.
No, it's not a sudden thing.
Sudden.
Let's get to that. So Elon Musk once again is breaking SEC rules.
Thank God.
Once again. So this is how it actually is supposed to work. When you get a passive stake of more than 5%, I don't know if it has to be passive or not, doesn't matter. You must be disclosed within 10 calendar days, okay? That's the SEC rule. That's the requirement. Musk disclosed it in 21 days. Whoops.
Well, that's close.
And really, there's no reason why it took him 21 days, other than the fact that he was having conversations with Parag and Jack and figuring stuff out. So a little bit of tidbit here. The fines for late disclosures have been about $100,000, which, if you do all the math and compare it to the U.S. household median and all that crap, that comes to 3 cents for your average American household.
The average American household
equivalent of 3 cents. It's a 3-cent fine for once again brazenly just breaking SEC rules. I guess he's officially the Will Smith of the corporate world, or Will Smith is the Elon Musk. It's just like there's no accountability. That's all I'm trying to say. None.
The worst part about that is if they fined him 10 times what they would usually fine someone, it is the U.S. household equivalent of 30 cents.
Which would be 0.0003%.
It's the stupidest fine. Come on.
Okay, so the stake is passive, but who cares? What does that even mean? It's passive.
Does it
This
count
is
as
the least passive stake I've ever seen.
He's on the board.
Yeah, I mean, get over yourself. That's ridiculous. And just to remind you that this is important, a day after the 10-day period lapsed, Musk was on Twitter asking poll questions like, free speech is essential to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter rigorously adheres to this principle? And he went on to say, the consequences of this poll will be important. Please vote carefully. So he's already in a power position. I don't know. Again, I just don't get it. How is this not in some way like a minor league version of like stock manipulation? In some level,
isn't this the majorist league version of it?
I don't even know. But who was? I'm curious. Who was buying stock during this period? It must have been some of Jack Dorsey's drinking buddies, or who knows? I don't know.
This is like Dan Snyder withholding revenue from the socialist billionaire owners in the NFL. This is the majorist league version of manipulating the thing.
Except I don't think Elon Musk would ever call one of his teams the Commanders.
That's true. He's smarter than that.
Terrible name. Finally, I found this on the Twitter sphere. It sounds like in January 2022, some conservative pundit named Dinesh D'Souza, you know this guy?
I do, yeah.
He tweeted out something that Musk actually responded to, saying interesting ideas. Here's what Dinesh tweeted out in January 2022. Tweets are fine, Elon Musk, but you can dramatically change the political and cultural landscape this way. Number one, buy and take over a major social media platform. Again, to which Musk replied, "Interesting idea." So there you go.
Oh,
that's how you get Elon to make a move.
I like that the tweet about stopping world hunger did not get interesting ideas. No. It got a prove it to me tweet.
Prove it to me. Yeah.
But you can change the political and cultural landscape by buying social media platform. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of like oddly giddy about this yesterday because it's so much more subject material for us at Business Pants. But me as a human being, I was feeling really depressed about this.
This is really terrifying.
This is not good. No.
This is not good.
No, really, this is because really, all the social media platforms left with any kind of influence, we have the Facebook, Instagram world, which we know is run by a dictator, a dropout named Zuck. We have TikTok, which is controlled by the Chinese government. We don't really know what the hell's going on over there. And now we're going to have Twitter being, taken over slowly by this madman. Like, what's left?
But
is there anything left?
I think you're burying the lead.
Yeah.
If you are an investor or an activist, you want to change what is the terrible nature of social media. If you want to do something well or right, what are your options? Your options are a state-run TikTok, a state-run Meta Facebook, a state-run Snapchat, or the only one that actually allowed for the alternative democracy to exist.
Yeah.
That's why you've got a flood of effective activists in Twitter. The irony here is Twitter proves that it works to have alternative democracy because they allow people to actually influence it.
That's true.
And prove how terrible it is to have alternative democracy when you have billionaires who are interested in it.
Yeah. Who knew he was coming down the road? All right, that's all I got. Let's move on.
Let's play the Greenwash game. I like it when you take the music. Do it.
Yeah.
We definitively answer the question. Are we being greenwashed?
Yeah.
Or is it real? Is it real?
Okay. I don't know what's going on here. I'm excited. Yeah.
First up, you're my only contestant. So we're going to do this. Ready? First up, the Finance King version of Greenwash or Not. Jamie Dimon released his annual letter, and boy, is it the opposite of folksy Buffett and wokey Larry Fink letters. It's not that at all. The top 3 words from the letter were actually, and this is a full word cloud version, number 1, people, and then need, and finally, banks.
Really, those are real. Like that's the
letters actually never were a phrase. Those words were never in a phrase. Nowhere in it are people need banks. Ironically, but it's got to be the most subliminal version of the top 3 words I've ever seen peppered throughout.
Proving that we don't need crypto, right? It doesn't say people need crypto. You need banks. I like this, Jamie.
Hey, we need banks. Here's your line to decide if Dimon is greenwashing or not. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Quote, our commitment to sustainability is informed by energy realities. Greenwash or not? Go, Damien.
That sounds real to me. Like he gets to define the reality, but he's basically saying that he's going to do whatever the hell he wants, right?
That is correct. The answer is not. There is nothing truer than a bank CEO letter that says people need banks.
Yeah.
And they are the largest financier of oil and gas. saying, let's do climate, just let's do it like slowly, or we can still make a lot of money right now. Just
reality
do it a little
bites.
slowly.
What are you gonna do?
It's fine. You need a bank, and we're a bank, and it's fine.
Hey,
correct. Congratulations. Point to Damien for getting that one correct. And our next headline writer version of Greenwash or Not. Yeah, I like that. The headline version is out of the New York Times. Here's the headline: Stopping climate change is doable, but time is short. UN panel warns. Greenwash or not?
Wait. Okay. Why would that be a greenwash if it's based on data? I think it's not a greenwash. No, I'm confused. I'm gonna say no. Oh, why?
You've been greenwashed.
Oh,
look. The report actually says that we have to reduce emissions by nearly 45% in the next 8 years. 45% in 8 years. So every 2050 pledge you see, you should literally drop your pants and take a shit on it, because it's totally pointless. We need 45% in the next 8 years. But the headline says doable.
Oh.
Doable? Really?
Well, they don't want to tell you like give up now. Like, do they? I mean,
the good news is 74% of companies that have actually set a carbon target did it by 2030.
Okay.
So that's good. That's good news, right? Except that does leave 26% with 2050 targets, and they aren't even targeting 100% reductions. They're targeting like 30% reductions, 40%. These are the worst. Doable distinctly sounds like a lie.
Yeah.
When it happens, because we're going to light ourselves on fire, and humans are idiots.
I got a number for you, and I think that we're far. I wonder what our number is, but they should do a study on us. But according to Media Matters, only 1% of network news coverage is devoted to the issue of climate change.
Congratulations, network.
22 hours, 22 total hours out of the whole year.
If only Elon Musk could just buy a network news channel and make it say whatever he wanted, then we'd have 21 hours of coverage of climate change.
Oh, God. All right, moving on.
All right. In our next one, the Holocaust Blanket version of Greenwash or Not. Here's the gem I found. Starbucks stock falls as interim CEO Howard Schultz suspends share buybacks. Schultz offered, that's right, Schultz offered approximately 0 shareholder Holocaust blankets, and instead said this, quote, "This decision will allow us to invest more profit into our people and our stores. The only way to create long-term value for all stakeholders."
I like this.
Greenwash or not, Damien?
Look, I'm going to take it by the rule book. I'm playing by the rules. From our perspective, we would typically applaud a CEO who suspends share buybacks in order to refunnel that money into stakeholderness.
Yeah,
so I'm going to say that's not a greenwash. That's just straight good stakeholder CEO, dude. Oh, damn it, Howard.
You've been washed. Schultz, might I remind you, is interim CEO. That's like being the interim head coach of the 1-8 Detroit Lions. Yeah. Sure, he's the founder, right? And he's been CEO before. But the last time he was the interim CEO, he laid off thousands of employees and shuttered stores and then invested all that money in opening stores in China. Blankets for everyone, baby. Blankets for everyone.
So, in reality, is this like a way of obfuscating his anti-union push by saying like we're gonna
I'm pretty sure
like
he
he's
just
playing a game
paid off
here.
the unions.
But again, on surface level, it's good, and from my perspective. But yeah, I got that.
He's literally talking directly to ESG people, and the optics of his employees being like, "Oh, look, shareholders aren't getting all the money. We are getting some."
Yes.
Are you ready for the last greenwash or not?
Always.
Big news out of Mark Zuckerberg's Supreme Court, the Oversight Board. You ready for this news?
Yes.
Nothing happened. That's right. The 20-person Gaslight team managed to accomplish 23 decisions in the last year. The last decision was on February 1st of this year and involved a single post originally posted in 2019.
Oh,
Just for reference.
Yeah.
Just for reference, the actual U.S. Supreme Court averages 76 cases
Is that right?
a year.
That's
with
incredible.
9 justices.
Think about that. Think how complicated those cases are.
There are 20 people on the oversight board. There's 9 justices in the Supreme Court. The 9 justices managed to do 76 cases a year. Only 23 decisions in the last year for the oversight board. So, is the oversight board a greenwash or not, Damien?
Well, I know you're messing with me here because clearly it is, but that would be the easy answer. So what are you trying to get at here? I mean, I think look, it's in line with the madness of this of his dictatorship. It's window dressing. It's so is it a greenwash? How do I mean, of course it is, but I know I'm going to get this wrong. I'm going to say yes. Why? Come on, why?
It is not a greenwash because you would have had to believe that it was real to begin with.
Oh, come on.
It had to have been possible. There was never, ever a pretense that this was real.
Yeah. What's funny is that the 20 people who are on the board, on this oversight board, and then there's also some trustees. These are like the most serious people you'll ever find in the world. Like, they really did a good job finding serious. This isn't like the son of a banker or like Kimball Musk or these are serious academics and
20 incredibly serious people
officials.
who are so serious they do not have time to deal with 2019 posts on Facebook. Right. Speaking of the oversight board, round us out with some stats.
Do we have time? All right.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a few.
I have a little bit of populist data here on this board. First of all, they got going with a bang. They had 12 in the first 5 months, but then only 11 in the next 10 months. What the hell is getting on? The oversight board is getting bored.
I know. I think what happened was the Trump decision, the Trump ban decision, broke their spirit, and they were like, "What is the point of this? We are nothing."
Hey. 87% of the decisions are based on Facebook, 13% on Instagram. Nothing on WhatsApp? There's no one's inciting violence on WhatsApp? I don't understand that one.
No, it doesn't happen.
Do you know out of the first 9 decisions, only 1 was based in the United States? How's that possible? Only 1?
Wow.
Shouldn't they all be in Florida? Shouldn't everything be from Florida? There are 7 relevant community standards. This is about their topics. So they group them into 7 main topics. 83% of the ones they choose are primarily about topics about very bad, icky, violent stuff like bullying and harassment, cruel and insensitive, dangerous individual, blah, blah, blah. In other words, it's a hellscape. It's a hellscape.
It's really the worst place in the entire universe. Thank God we're moving it all virtual now.
But I was thinking maybe the board got some constructive criticism from Zuck because both cases in 2022 were decidedly less violent and more sexy. One was on regulated goods. And one was on adult nudity and sexual activity. That sounds good. But
that sounds good.
I think that Facebook needs a better taxonomist because when I look more closely at that one, it's actually about sexual violence against minors.
Less good.
No jokes here. And to wrap up the show, I want to remind everyone because you just mentioned the Supreme Court. Supreme Court justices make about $280,000.
Yeah. That sounds right.
According to the New Yorker, the oversight board makes at least in the 6 figures. Okay, of course Facebook won't tell you what's going on. I looked all around. They're not disclosing anything. You'd think this would be the one thing that would have a high level of disclosure.
No.
But according to New Yorker, they get 6-figure salaries for putting in about 15 hours a week of work. Okay.
What are they doing for the 15 hours? The justices
pushing
got 76 cases done in a year.
And just for comparison, the content moderators who analyze objectionable or illegal material like racist posts or graphic images of child abuse, they get about $29,000 a year.
Oh, all right. Well, that makes sense then.
But to make you feel better, they don't get any of the Facebook benefits because they don't actually work for Meta or Facebook.
Thank God.
All right, that's it. I'll get out of here.
That was Business Pants for April the 5th. Of 2022.
Sure,
we are Damian Rollis and Matt Moscardi. Emma lurks in the
lurks.
ecosphere somewhere. We'll be back tomorrow with a woke Wednesday edition of Business Pants. We'll talk to you then. Goodbye.